I'm Master Shiv Mangalwadi. Today, I'm the Sergeant at Arms for the meeting. As Sergeant at Arms, my responsibility is to say some ground rules of the meeting. The first ground rule is you should mute yourself while others master, toastmasters, or guests are speaking because they'll get disturbed by your background sounds. The second rule is please do not talk about some politics speakings or finance speakings or etc., which would hurt the speakers. These are the some ground rules of the meeting. Thank you. Now, now I'm going to welcome a person who always dance while speaking, enthusiastic, everything. He's all-rounder, I can say, in speaking. Now he has become a distinguished Toastmaster. It's a very proud moment for all of us that our sir has become a distinguished Toastmaster. So guys, please help me to welcome distinguished Toastmaster Mutturaj Badige. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Master Shubh. Your introduction is an elixir to me, which will never put me to the end. This is not going to kill me anymore. Okay, so it is an elixir. It makes me alive every time that you introduce. Good afternoon, Toastmasters, master speakers, and guests. Today, you could witness or you could hear the ground rules from our Sergeant at Arms plus our Sergeant at Arms plus grammarian who is multitasking today. We are not going to speak anything which is politics besides finance also. Since his father is a chartered accountant for 2.5 decades and he still thinks all the master speakers or the children even should avoid that as well, isn't it? So it's a creative idea which came from him. And he also mentioned when you are not speaking, you have to keep yourself mute. That is a rule. Okay, good. Now, Independence Day. Independence Day, when we hear this word, definitely on that day, morning to evening, we listen only those patriotic songs. Our good morning starts from, at least my good morning starts from A.R. Rahman's Vande Mataram. Vande Mataram song by A.R. Rahman. So that is a good morning song for me. And not only on that day, but most of the time I listen to it. But I make it a point that on a very special note on that day, it's only and only A.R. Rahman's Vande Mataram song. Dear friends, I'd like to recall, since all you are here, and I know on Independence Day what you feel, especially in Master Speakers Club, that I know how you celebrate your Independence Day. March fast, drums, chocolates, and cultural activities, going on the stage, getting rewards for all the sports, what you did, and giving your speeches about Independence Day, all these things you have done and you have been doing and we have already done when we were in school. Dear friends, Independence Day is a feast for me because I am a person, one who always used to love drumming when I was in school. Drums? Yes, I'm a drum player when I was in school. I used to play the small drum. There were two drums, one is a big one and the small one. I used to play the small drum. The Independence Day, that spirit, when does it come? You know that? You have two different schools and you have one school, opposition school, that fellow or their team comes in front of you and you stand opposite to them. And there the war starts of drums. The war of drums. Okay? You start playing the drums, you play the drums, play the drums, play the drums, your spirit is high, like anything. Dear friends, most of the time, even the drums were broken. Sticks were broken while playing the drums. That was the thing. And it was in mind, and our PE teacher always used to tell me, it's your day, have fun. So that was Independence Day spirit for me. But I was really very happy when I was in school. Now I am not happy. Now I'm not happy about my country's government or whatever is all that government employees' performance and their duties. I'll tell you the reason why. Three things which made me really very bad to think about our government employees today. I mean, only some government employees. My son was born exactly about 11 months ago. I had to go to get birth certificate. Okay, birth certificate from a government office. And it's very, very clear. If you don't bribe, you will not get anything here. I did not want to bribe. I visited the government office, municipal office, continuously 8 days. Whenever they call me, I went there. I went, it took for 1 month. Yet I did not get that birth certificate until and unless I bribed them. So my friend is a doctor, as you know, Dr. B.R. Patil is a Toastmaster, and his attender was there. He said, "Sir, unless and until you bribe them, they'll not give you." I run a computer institute, and I can see there is a UPS working, and they still says that there is no power. Computer is on. They say no, there is no power for printer. They say there is no server. Server is disconnected. These are the continuous things I heard. And recently, once I went to municipal office to pay the tax. For what? To pay the tax. You all know that every business has a license, and you have to renew the license of the business every year or once in 3 years, whenever, however you take it. So I had taken for 1 year license. I had to renew it. To renew this, the renewal fee is 707 rupees for a small business which is of 300 square feet. So I have taken it as 300 square feet business of a computer training institute. So 300 square feet, I paid 707 rupees and took and it ran for 1 year, and I want to renew it now. I am paying the tax, okay? I'm not asking any amount from the government. I'm not asking them give us the amount or whatever sanctioned amount. We have seen in movies. If you want your PF amount or something, you need to bribe them. All this. So here I am going to pay. Yet there was one issue that they and one of them asked me after visiting 11 times, after waiting for 24 days, and he asked me 2,000 rupees bribe. For what? To take the tax, not to give anything. I was so angry. And I raised a complaint in Chennama circles. That one we have police station here, suburban police station. Luckily, he happened to be one of my known friends. His children are my students. His wife is my student. So then he said that no sir, I'll call and talk to him. Then he dialed and he made sure that everything happened. Then after I went over there, they said that no sir, please sir, please come and sit. Please be seated, sir. Please be seated. Those who always used to tell me, come later. No, there is no power. All that. Those people asked me, sir, please be seated, sir. Please be seated. This is something I have been experiencing. Then when will we get that freedom? Somebody said in some countries, government work is faster than private companies work. I told last time. That's the reason they are more successful and they are advanced. Dear friends, at least now we can see all these masters here sitting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 masters here are here. You are the future of our country. You are the future of our country. Definitely, after coming to that, one of them told, "Sir, you know why I asked the bribe? Because to come to this position, I have paid 1,000 times more than what I asked you." This is the situation which is going on at this particular time. Then I recalled Anna Hazare. There were the days he came and he fought for it, but nothing changed. Okay, but it's up to you people, and you are the people who can give the citizen of this country freedom by performing yourself without taking bribe. Thank you very much. I welcome you all to this wonderful meeting of Happy Independence Day once again. Dear friends, as the rule of this or the flow of the meeting is, we have table topics and there will be evaluation from the general evaluator team. Then we usually close the meeting. But today we have one special session as well. That's the reason we are going to skip the table topic evaluation and we have substitute for that. We have a special person with us going to give us a lot of knowledge about how to break the ice and begin your speaker's journey. Nobody can be more suitable than this Toastmaster for this. That's the reason Toastmaster Samir took a fortnight time, hunted this great mentor for us. Okay, so it's a great privilege of our club mentor Toastmaster Samir to introduce whenever it comes a chance. Now, so we have a general evaluator who is a mentor for all of us, and he is known as the second caveman in DT Toastmasters Club. He's known for his beards. He's known for his thick voice, as he was compared once even to Amitabh Bachchan also for his voice. Okay, so we have someone with us today. He is a general evaluator. He's a club mentor. So please help me in welcoming our club mentor, today's general evaluator, Toastmaster Samir Hemadri. Over to you, general evaluator.
Thank, yes, thanks a lot, Toastmaster Mutturaj, for that amazing introduction. As I always say, man, your introductions are my elixir for the rest of the meeting. Not only the rest of the meeting, until the next Sunday. Confidence is, I'm full of confidence for the one whole week. That's why I love Master Speakers Club, because you introduced me. So, 15th August 1947, India became an independent country. And till today is 16th August 2020. How many years? I suppose 73 years and 1 day. We are still developing. Today we have highways. Today we have renewable energy sources. Today we have so many things that we didn't have back then, that we didn't have 73 years ago. Is this development? Yes. And what is the reason of this development? There are two reasons for this development in our country. This development that has been going on for 73 years now since the independence and will go on up to infinity. So the two reasons of the development are: one is necessity. Necessity to do something, necessity for renewable energy resources, necessity for highways, necessity for electricity in remote areas. And the second one is the evaluation by the public. Okay, how does the second one work? Let me tell you. Government offices don't work unless people complain. So in case you're staying in a remote area and your area doesn't have electricity, you just can't wait for the government to come and install. You have to go there and complain. So in a way, you're actually evaluating the facilities that are being given to you. And these evaluations are taken into consideration and development is done. So this is the importance of evaluation all over the world to this huge magnitude of development of the country. An evaluation can develop the country, then how can an evaluation not develop our communication and leadership skills? I'm sure it will. And because of that, evaluation is so important. And today, I, Toastmaster Samir Hemadri, your general evaluator, is standing before you to evaluate each and everything that goes on to this meeting from the start, that is 2:02 to 3:30 today. 1 hour 28 minutes. I know I'm very good at maths. So 1 hour 28 minutes. I have to evaluate 10 people. Is it easy? Does it feel like an easy job? No. That's why I have a team with me. A team which I lovingly like to call my Taggle team. The T stands for the timer, the A stands for the R counter, the G stands for the grammarian, and the L stands for the listener. So I'm going to invite my precious Taggle team, these tiny tots, these public speakers, let me tell you. So first, let me invite the T of my precious Taggle team. Today to explain his role.
Good afternoon, fellow speakers and Toastmasters. I am Tarun Agdi and I am the timer for this meeting. So my role is to time each and every person even the role players and the table topic speakers. So um, for the table topic is for 2 minutes. I'll show for 1 minute like this, 2 minute, 1.5 minute, 2 minutes, and you'll get a 30-second grace timing to wrap up your speech. And so that is my role for today. Hope we have a great meeting. Over to you, the general evaluator.
Thank you, Mr. Timer. Thank you, Tarun. So let's move on to the second musketeer out of the 4 musketeers that I have. Not A of the Taggle team, which stands for the R counter. This R counter is a very special person to me, as she's not only a master speaker, she's also my Dodamma. So please help me in welcoming today's R counter on the screen to present her role. And today's R counter is Master Speaker Amrita. Master Speaker Amrita, the screen is all yours.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Toastmaster, Master Speakers and guests. My name is Amrita Yajurvedi. Happy Independence Day, all of you. Today in this meeting, my role is R counter. All speakers who use R, and it means are countable. Thank you, Toastmaster.
Yes. Thank you, Master Speaker Amrita, for that apt, short, and sweet R counter's introduction. So let's moving on to the G, the third musketeer of my 4 musketeers, the grammarian. Today's grammarian is playing a dual role. He was the SA and now of my Taggle team, the grammarian, to Master Speaker Shubh on the screen, please. Master Speaker Shubh, the screen is all yours.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good afternoon, fellow masters, Toastmasters, and guests. I'm Master Shiv Mangalwadi. Today, I'm the grammarian for the meeting. As grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all the speakers listening to their English language. I'll take note of any misuses of English language, as well as any outstanding uses of words, uses, quotes, thoughts, or sayings. As grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. Today's word of the day is manipulate, which means handle or control in a skillful manner. Example, bad environment doesn't manipulate strong mind. This is the word of the day. All speakers are encouraged to use the word of the day as many times as possible. At the end of the meeting, I'll be back on the stage to present my grammatical usage report and word of the day report. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Yes. Thank you, Master Speaker Shubh, for that introduction of the grammarian's role and also the introduction of the word of the day. I'm sure we will all manipulate our minds so that we can manipulate our speeches to use the word of the day, manipulate. So, moving on to the next and the last, but not the least, musketeer of mine, which is the listener. This is the most interesting part because the listener always comes with a quiz. So the listener today is this cute singer that we have amongst us, Baby Numa. Baby Numa, please, the screen is all yours. Please explain your role to the master speakers.
Thank you, Master Sanjay. Good afternoon, Master Speaker, fellow Masters and guests. My name is Baby Numa and I am the listener. The listener, part of the listener. I'll take a quiz. One question. Please be careful. I'll take the question in one. When I'll ask the question, please that you focus that question. Thank you, Chandra. Over to you.
Thank you, Baby Numa, for that short and sweet and cute introduction of the listener's role. So that was my Taggle team, and we will be coming at you with a rush, with a force, once we are called upon the screen to do so for the evaluation session. Until then, the screen is all yours, Mr. Founder President Toastmaster Mutturaj.
Thank you very much, General Evaluator Toastmaster Samir. Well, now this is the time to jump in and enjoy the table topics. Table topics are definitely table topic master is going to tell what is table topics and how it helps also. I want our table topic master to tell by performing in table topics what we can improve also to tell. So today is we have our table topic master who is one of the founder members of this club, who she joined the club from the day one and who has been attending every meetings possible and who has been creative. She started her creative role with the timer by stitching or putting the colorful papers to her pen. And today also she is creative. Every time she is on the screen, she is creative and more creative. So please help me in welcoming today's table topic master, Baby Neeti.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. Hello, everybody. My name is Niti Dholakya, and today I am the table topic master. As I am the table topic master, and today's theme is Independence Day, so I have many interesting topics related to Independence Day. So, if anyone wants to go with the first table topic, should raise their hands. Anyone? Yeah. Okay. Baby Amrita, you want to take the first one? Okay, yeah, Baby Amrita. Your topic is, who is your favorite freedom fighter and why? I repeat, who is your favorite freedom fighter and why? All the best.
Good afternoon. My favorite freedom fighter is Subhash Chandra Bose. He was very interesting person. He was tell us, you gave me your blood, I give you freedom. This was his equator, means idioms. He is very fast in freedom fighter, and he is the Azad Hind Fauj. He collected the Azad Hind Fauj, and he went to Japan, and he controlled Azad Hind Azad Hind Fauj from Japan. But our bad luck, he was passed away in aircraft accident. He was very impressed me, because any movement we are fight and reach that point. We are not weak, we are strong. Indians are very strong. That time no one is think our country is one time independent. But he was very interested in independence. So he is my best freedom fighter. It's that's all.
Wow, that was a wonderful speech. Next, who wants to take up the next topic?
You give directly. Anyone you can give. You can take people and give instead of asking.
Okay, sir. Master Sohan, would you like to take the next topic?
Okay.
Your topic is, what is your most memorable Independence Day celebration? I repeat, what is your most memorable Independence Day celebration? All the best.
Hello everyone. My name is Sohan. My most memorable Independence Day was in 8th, as we celebrated our Independence Day in school, and we had like a dance and all we had to do during the Independence Day celebration, and we did some march fast and all with our friends, and we helped teachers, and we talked about the freedom fighters, about how did they struggled and how did they mm, how did they like beat the British and gain independence. um, and we the most memorable Independence Day was in 8th, as we had all the decoration and everything we had to do, and yeah, that's it. That was the most memorable Independence Day.
Thank you so much. Next, Master Tarun, would you like to take the next topic? Master Tarun?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Your topic is, which is your favorite patriotic song and why? I repeat, which is your favorite patriotic song and why? All the best.
Yeah, thank you. So the topic given to me is, what is my favorite patriotic song and why? So like all the patriotic songs are equally same to me, and one of the favorite is the national anthem of our song, because it means a lot, and it has a very meaningful meaning. Mhm. So it was wrote by our poet and a writer, Rabindranath Tagore. He was a very special writer. He was a very special. He wrote many books and poems and everything. So yeah, it is my that is my favorite patriotic song, because it has a very meaningful um, and like all the Indians are attached to it very much, and they sing it like in the school on daily basis, and it is sung in on Independence Day also. So yeah, that is why I like the song. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Next, Master Shub, would you like to take the next topic?
Yeah.
The modern generation does not understand the power and the value of independence. I repeat, the modern generation does not understand the power and the value of independence.
Thank you, table topic master. Actually, we are only a modern generation. We should not compare others. That's the point. If I will compare myself, I think yes. My father's generation, they are so respectful, that they are so humble. Yeah, na, Harama. Come on, man. Sorry for talking in Kannada, but it's sorry for that. But it's that generations differ a lot, because if you if you if you miss a one step, you're always down. If you did not miss a one step, you're up. That's like a generation. They are so humble. We are so angry, ugly talking, something. We should respect our India, Mother India, and always we should respect. We should sing national anthem. My favorite patriotic song, I should not add this because my topic is not this. Teri Mitti, only one line I love it in that तू कहती थी तेरा चांद हूँ मैं पर चांद हमेशा रहता है. You, this is also generation. This is also a generation, man. They'll tell in older generation. Now in this generation, तू कहती थी तेरा चांद हूँ मैं पर चांद हमेशा रहता है. We will also stay. Oh, God will not take us. Okay. We are so disturbed. The generation is so disturbed. We get distracted. They'll take others. Yeah, come on, man. There is no respect word in this generation. I think it's my own example. I will not respect others. When I came to this Masters Club, I got to know what is respect. The distinguished Toastmaster Mutturaj. So sir's elder, and like my father, he is elder than Mutturaj sir, but also in respect him. Distinguished Toastmaster Mutturaj. That's the generation. We will tell Toastmaster Mutturaj sir, it's okay that we will also give respect. He is our guru, but it's very different from older generation, new generation. We cannot compare with older generation. This is my message to you that older generation is the best generation. We should become an older generation. We should learn from our parents, grandparents, grandparents, all we should learn from them. We should hear stories from them, how to become a humble person, respectful person, or etc. Thank you, one and all. Over to you, TTM.
Thank you so much, Master Shub. Maybe Noma, would you like to take the next topic?
Yeah, sure.
Your topic is, how do you celebrate Independence Day in your school? I repeat, how do you celebrate Independence Day in your school? All the best.
Thank you. Good afternoon, master speakers. Thank you, Piviniti, to the topic. How do you celebrate Independence Day in your school? I would celebrate Independence Day in my school. Songs. I'm the best speaker in a school of songs. So I came to hear the songs and everyone likes. So we'll take songs, dance, kids, and like a drum. We'll keep Independence Day like everybody should like that. Whole school should like. We like that school and we like Independence Day. We'll celebrate like a friend. Like we'll celebrate. We will keep our room very neatly and nicely. When other days we will be in our room. In classroom we'll throw papers, dustbins, when the dustbins keep one stand, we will put that. So we don't like that. When teacher would be happy means Teachers' Day and Independence Day. We like songs and most important is national anthem for the Independence Day. So I like Independence Day and we will celebrate the Independence Day nicely. We like that. Thank you. Over to you, Table Topic Master Niti.
Thank you so much, Baby Noma. The next topic, Toastmaster Samir, sir, would you like to take the next topic?
Sure. Hit me.
Yeah. Your topic is, imagine if you were a leader for Independence Day, what you would have done differently. I repeat, imagine if you were a leader for independence, what you would have done differently. All the best.
You, first of all, Toastmaster Niti is taking revenge from what I don't know. I don't know what I've done wrong, but yeah, if I was a freedom activist, if I was a leader in the freedom movement, what would I have done differently? A very difficult question to ask such a stupid guy. First of all, what I would like to tell you is whatever those people have done back then, whatever those people have done 73 years ago is not all we know. The freedom fight, the fight for the freedom actually started from around 1900s. So the 50-year freedom fight is something that has led all of us to what our country is here today. Okay, there is corruption, but there is nothing different that any freedom fighter could have done back then so that there is no corruption now. There's nothing. And according to me, if you ask me what I would have done different, I would say I would not change a thing. I would not change a thing because what we are today, do we like it? Do we like what we are today? Do we like the stage that our country has come here today? Okay, there is corruption. There is politics in each and every domain of our country, man. Be it education for small kids to jobs. There is politics. There will be. But take a look at the development. Na? Take a look at the development over these 100 years. There has been a lot. And I'm proud of it. And there is nothing else I would do, nothing different that I would do if I was a leader back then. And trust me, I would have so much love on myself. I would be so proud of myself that I'm actually, contributing into the freedom of this country that you have no idea. Over to you, Table Topic Master Neeti.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Samir sir. Toastmaster Praveen sir, would you like to take the next topic?
Tarun has already spoken.
Sir, I
No,
said
no,
Praveen sir.
she asked me.
Okay.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. What if our country had not received independence? I repeat, what if our country had not received independence? Over to you.
Okay. Thank you, Table Topics Master, for giving me such a beautiful and meaningful topics. And good afternoon, all the master speakers and DT Mutturaj. What if we didn't get the independence? How would the situation of India, the same world situation now before independence, what we were facing means we would have to follow the British rules, and we would have to follow or experience the slavery, and no Indian would become a scientist, and no Indian would become a celebrity, and there would be no opportunities for us to show our talents and all the things. Basically, the thing is this: if we did not get the independence, if we did not be free from the British people, it was almost the end of Indians, because British people are the people who ruled almost of all the world, and India is just a matter, isn't it? So I don't want to imagine this topic, because we are very happy nowadays for having this independence, and we are now Indians. Earlier, in the year of before the 1947, we were not Indians truly. So I do not want to imagine India without independence. I want all the Indians, and I want all the countries, including Australia, Japan, all the countries, they should be in their level only, and they should experience their what do you call, their homeness. So I don't want anybody to rule over anybody. I don't want to. I don't want anybody to rule over anybody like British people did that. So I just want to skip this topic. And thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Praveen sir. Next, keynote speaker, Toastmaster Pooja, would you like to take the next topic?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Your topic is, what do you feel when you see our national flag? I repeat, what do you feel when you see our national flag? All the best.
Thank you, Table Topic Master. So, what I can say for this topic is just before joining this meeting, I just got a video on WhatsApp and it said the Belgaum has the highest national flag. And that video, when I saw it, was so amazing. I think I have never visited that tallest flag of India. I think it is the tallest flag in India, which is there in Belgaum near Lake. And just before joining this video, I had got before joining this conference, I saw that video, and when I saw that, it was very beautiful. I think our flag itself resembles many colors, and each thing has some significance to it. I'm getting all nostalgic to my school days of social studies. So the feeling when you see national flag is great, and I think everyone, as soon as you see it, I think everyone gets that patriotic feeling, and you get energized after seeing that flag. So that's it. Thank you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you so much.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pooja. Next is Toastmaster Mutturaj sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have a topic for me too. Yes, please.
Yes, sir. So your topic is, what do you think about our national animal? Will they get extinct in the future? I repeat.
Animal?
Yes, sir. National animal.
Okay. Shall I?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Tiger. Tiger, tiger, tiger. I happened to read in a newspaper saying one tiger from Maharashtra walked for 300 kilometers to Karnataka. And that is the place where Niti's place. Niti, can you tell me which place are you belong to in Maharashtra?
Yes, sir. I belong to Pune Undri, sir.
Nandurbar. You remember Nandurbar where your aunt
Yes.
stays? From Nandurbar, a tiger walks from that place to here. And I was surprised and I wanted to read more. I went on to reading, and it said that the number of tigers has been increasing year by year. The government is taking care on that note. They are helping in that situation wherein they are helping the tigers, their health. Even they have kind of Aadhaar card, but not actually Aadhaar card. They have their own numbers, and in detail it was written the number of tigers has been increasing. That is a great news. I felt sometimes before saying that now we see Godzilla and Jurassic Park, all these things just we hear now, and that's a story, that's a movie, it remained like a movie. I was scared and I was really wordless when the numbers were going down. I was thinking whether my son really gets to see the original tiger or only in a video or TV. But that was really a great thing to know, all of us, and number of tigers are increasing, and it's a great news. We will support this movement. Thank you very much. Back to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mutturaj sir. Still here. So is anyone left?
Only you left.
You are left. You are remaining.
Okay, so we want our, we'll do one thing. We'll take it from our general evaluator. Please give her a topic.
I'm going to give you an easy topic.
Yes.
What does independence mean to you? As a school going child, what does independence mean to you? And how is it different to what it means for your parents? Is it fine? Unmute yourself. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Great.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. Hello, everybody. My name is Niti Dholakya, and the topic given to me is, what does independence mean to me and what does independence mean to my parents. The difference between independence means to me and my parents. So independence means to me is still we are lack with independence, especially women's, because women's are actually they are not supported by the males or the still we have lack of education for women's and small children who are very poor, lacking with poverty and caste system and etc. This means independence means to me a lot. Whenever we celebrate this, actually I should not say this, but yeah, whenever we celebrate Independence Day in our school, I feel so proud when I see my national flag while hosting. And I always ask sir, and I will always ask sir one day before, sir, can I please become the commands for the Independence Day commands. When I get the commands, sir said, yeah, yeah, all the time I give the commands. And then say that Independence Day. Say that Independence Day, you can. You should first feel very proud of your country and the freedom fighters, and all the people and the soldiers, you should salute them first, and then you have to be proud with you have to be proud of your freedom fighters and the and our national flag. I salute. Hello.
Did our net go off?
Yes, I think
I'm here.
Okay, Niti, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have finished my speech, sir.
Okay, great. Amazing. Yes.
Okay. Toastmaster Samir, I'm hosting this launch for the best speaker. Okay, so we have now with us 1 minute. So Numa, Niti, Sohan, Shubh, Tarun, and Amrita. Anybody else is there?
That's right, only 6.
Okay. 1 second. All right, I'm going to host. Everybody, you have to vote for the best speaker, and only master speakers are there in this thing. All right. So Toastmaster Praveen, Toastmaster Pooja, Toastmaster Samir, and I are not there in this. Okay. Apart from these, masters are there, and here you go. You have to vote for the best speaker you liked. I cannot vote, okay, because I'm a host. I can see here 6 people have voted. Amrita, are you seeing? Are you able to see that, Amrita? Are you stuck?
The video is stuck, I suppose.
Yeah. Amrita, hi, hello. Yeah, Amrita, can you see the screen? Only one person has not voted yet. Who has not voted yet? Out of 9, only one has not voted. Okay, cool. Wonderful. All right. Now I have this results with me. I will send it to you, our general evaluator. No, our keynote speaker today. She will give away the award. So I'm just sending her the screen. An award will come later, okay? Yeah, she got it in her WhatsApp. Fine. So I'm closing this now. So I request our general evaluator to take over the keynote speaker's speech and the educational session. So back to you, general evaluator.
Yes. Thank you, Toastmaster Mutturaj. So first, let's finish off with the evaluation session, and then we can have it
Yes,
the
yes,
keynote
yes,
speech. Later.
yes.
Cool. So I'm gonna start with my report itself, and in the report, I'm gonna be calling my Taggle team. So first, the Sergeant at Arms started the meeting. Sergeant at Arms Shubh, the dynamic master speaker, started the meeting on time. This was the earliest. This was the most, closest to the time that we've been. Only 1 minute and 43 seconds late. 1 minute and 43 seconds late. And kudos to the whole team for making this possible. And Toastmaster Mutturaj, the distinguished Toastmaster Mutturaj was introduced. And Toastmaster Mutturaj spoke very much, he made us all nostalgic when he spoke about school programs. And when he spoke about how things in this country should be changed. The one thing I was concerned about during Toastmaster Mutturaj's speeches, because all of them are children over here, I thought at some point, what you're speaking about bribe, about corruption, it might go over their head. But your content was such that your content was so precisely articulated that everyone, each and every one here understood what he was speaking. And kudos to you, distinguished Toastmaster Mutturaj, for that. Now we know why you have that DTM tag for you. And then the general evaluator was introduced, that is me, and the Taggle team was introduced. And then we went to the most interesting, the most adrenaline raising part of the meeting, that is the table topic session, which was led by the table topic master today, speech crafter Neeti. And to tell you, it was one amazing table topic session. It all had us thinking. It all had us going back to our school lives, thinking, okay, what if this topic was given to me? What would I speak? So an amazing table topic session was Master Neeti. Not too hard, not too easy, just the right amount. And then I suppose we have our winners also. So now let's not, without further delay, let me call my beloved tag team on the screen so that they can present their reports. First, the T, obviously, the timer. Master Speaker Tarun, please maybe have on the screen, please.
Yeah. As the meeting started, our general evaluator spoke for 3 minutes 46 seconds, introducing the Taggle team and telling about the today's topic. And after the general evaluator, the grammarian spoke for 45 seconds in introducing his role for today. After that, our listener spoke for 34 seconds explaining her role. And yeah, let's move on to the table topic. The first speaker was Baby Amruta, who spoke for 2 minutes 30 seconds. And the second speaker was Sohan, who spoke for 55 seconds. The third speaker is me. I spoke for 1 minute 15 seconds. The fourth speaker is Master Shubh, who spoke for 1 minute 46 seconds, who exceeded the timing. After that, Baby Numa spoke for 1 minute 40 seconds. And our next speaker was Toastmaster Samir, who spoke for 1 minute 52 seconds. Our after Toastmaster Samir was Toastmaster Praveen, who spoke for 2 minutes 12 seconds. And the next speaker was Toastmaster Pooja, who spoke for 2 minutes 7 seconds. After that, our president and Toastmaster Mutturaj spoke for 2 minutes 1 second. And our last speaker, who was the table topic master for today, spoke for 2 minutes 22 seconds. What do you, general evaluator?
Yes, thank you, Master Tarun, for that detailed timers report. I really like the way you actually timed my general evaluator's speech and also each of the Taggle rule speech. That was amazing. Keep it up. So next we have how many ahs, you knows you have used throughout your speech. So let's have the R counter, today's R counter on the screen. Master Speaker Amruta. Please help me and welcome her on the screen, please.
Thank you. Hmm. Master Speaker Tarun is 7 and 1 and. Shubh Mangalvedi is taken 7 A. Niti is 5 A. Numa is 1. Samir is 1. And Toastmaster Badger is no. Toastmaster Praveen is I 7 A. Toastmaster Pooja is 1 A. Sohan is 4 A and 8 and 1 For to General Baruta.
Yes. Thank you, Master Speaker Amruta, for that detailed R counters report. So now let's see how you've played with the language of English, with the words, with the sentences, and how you've come up with sentences, whether they were good, whether they were bad, whether they could be improved. So let us have the grammarian, Master Speaker Shubh, on the screen, please.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Fellow masters, toastmasters, and guests, here is my grammarian report. Word of the day was not used by many speakers. Toastmaster Samir used it 3 times. And there were no grammatical mistakes, leaving me. And some grammatical mistakes were in Ma'am Amrita's in the table topics speech. In the good usages of the English language were in Toastmaster Mutturaj, there were good word uses, Alexa, and Toastmaster Samir Madri also used it, Alexa. Toastmaster Samir used magnitude. Then a sentence was, I will not change a bit. That was a very home-taking line for me. If I would become, I would become a leader. Ma'am Amrita told, you give me a bread, I'll give you a freedom. If I am wrong, please forgive me. This was the grammarian report. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Yes. Thank you, Master Shubh, for that detailed grammarian's report. And I'm sure in case we have improvements, we will improve, and we'll pat ourselves on the back if we have made some good usages as well. So next, I suppose we are done with our tag team, and then the L, my favorite part, is here. Baby Numa, the listener. Please help me and welcome Baby Numa today on the screen for her quiz.
So first, I got a one question. Subhash Chandra Bose, I'll give you blood, you give me freedom. Sorry, I'll give you freedom, you give me blood. Who told? Please, anyone can answer me? Anyone?
Yeah, you can see so many hands. Can you see or not?
Yes, sir.
Now you just choose one of them.
I want to say Niti, baby Niti.
This was said by Baby Amrita.
Yes, it was a correct answer.
Hmm.
So next, it was a big flag there. It was a very big flag. Can you tell me anybody? Baby Amrita, you can tell me.
Toastmaster Pooja.
It's the right answer. Then, Independence Day, you should proud for your country. Can you tell me the answer, anybody? Independence Day, you should proud feel of our country. Can you tell me, anybody?
Baby Niti.
Yes, it is the right answer. Next question is the British role are talents and our people. Our talents is our people. Can you tell me the answer? Anybody? Master Shub, you can tell.
This was said by Toastmaster Praveen.
Yeah, it is sure. It is the right answer. So next question. A very stupid people to be TM, to be a leader in the Independence Day. Master Pooja, you can tell me.
Toastmaster Samir.
Yes, it is the right answer.
Hey, one more thing. You have to ask, Numa, you have to ask now for people who have already won. Okay. Apart from Toastmasters.
Yes.
Okay. So now we'll ask people who have already told answers. So we have to find out the best one.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So who will answer? Now the people who will answer, Shubh will answer, then Niti. Tarun, have you answered for any questions?
Yes, sir. One question.
Answered. Okay. These three people.
तू कहती है मैं तेरा चांद हूँ तो कहती है मैं तेरा चांद हूँ Anybody? Baby Niti, you can tell me.
This was told by Master Shub.
It is the right answer. Sir,
Yes.
can I ask general questions?
No general questions. Now we have to finalize who is the best listener. Who is the best listener?
It was
Who
Baby
answered?
Niti.
No, wait. Samir, I'll ask Samir. Samir, who answered more questions? Did you observe? You're muted.
I'm not sure actually. I think Niti answered 2 questions. Am I right? I'm right.
No, 3 questions.
Is there anyone who 3 questions? Is it? So I suppose Niti, because I suppose no one crossed the line of 2 also.
Okay, there are thumbs ups I can see.
Great going, great going.
Yes, sir. So we'll go to the next session.
Yes.
Now, over
So
to you.
let me just finish my general evaluators report and then
Yes,
yeah.
please.
So thank you, Baby Numa, for that wonderful listeners quiz. So now with this, we come to the end of the evaluation session of Master Speakers meeting number 6. And to tell you, it was one amazing meeting as always. And by this, I pass on the screen to Toastmaster Mutturaj, the founder president of Master Speakers Club. Over to you, Toastmaster Mutturaj. Thank you.
Toastmaster Samir, I want you to introduce the keynote speaker since you have brought, and this was your idea, your baby. Okay, so you tell us what we are going to learn today from whom. Yeah, back to you.
Okay. So first, I would like to mention to you guys what an icebreaker is all about. So till today, all the 6 meetings, they have only been giving table topics. Table topics are speeches which last for around 1 to 2 minutes, and the topic is given at that point itself, around 5 seconds before you start your speech. But a prepared speech is completely different. You start the preparation for weeks together. I think Toastmaster Mutturaj might have a smile on his face when I remind him how much I disturbed him in the initial days of my Toastmaster journey till now. 2 years I've disturbed him so much. For each and every speech I call him, I disturb him. Oh my God. Thank you, Toastmaster Mutturaj, for that. So a prepared speech is one whose topic you decide and then you script it. You script it and you have to present the speech for around 3 to 4 minutes, Toastmaster Mutturaj. Yes. So every speech is for 3 to 4 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, maximum 5 minutes. So the first prepared speech you master speakers are going to be giving is topic confined. And the topic is you yourself. So the main aim of your first speech, the first speech is called the icebreaker, which obviously refers to breaking the ice between you people so that all of you people get to know each other. So how to structure the icebreaker, how to present the icebreaker, and how to script the icebreaker, and a demonstration of the icebreaker to present all of that. Today we have this one person. She is my mentee. This girl has a very peculiar habit. She longs for knowledge, but I don't know why. The realization hits her only after 11 o'clock in the night. She calls me after 11 o'clock in the night and say, how is my voice modulation? Can I just present some? How is this line? I don't think this is matching with this. How is my flow? Only after 11 o'clock. We've had long talks about her speeches, and she's one of the most enthusiastic. She's one of the most excited people there is when it comes to presenting speeches on the stage. So that's why I chose her to be a role model, to be the keynote speaker, to be the session master for today. So please help me in welcoming the beautiful, the dynamic, the enthusiastic Toastmaster Pooja Majli on the screen, please. Toastmaster Pooja, the screen is all yours. Please start.
Thank you, Toastmaster Samir. That was a great introduction.
One second. Toastmaster
Yeah.
Pooja, what would be the timing?
10 minutes, 10 to 12 minutes is more than
So
enough.
first you are going to give speech, then you are going to give us this thing, right? So
Yes.
speech is going to be 4 to 6 or how?
Yeah, 4 to 6 minutes.
Okay, speech is going to be 4 to 6. So I will be maintaining the timing. Okay,
Yeah.
so you will hear this. Can you hear?
Okay. Yes.
4, 5, and
Okay. I will tell you when I'll start the speech.
yes.
So firstly, I'm amazed to see the amount of talent each one of you all have. And before I start, can I request Neeti to please unmute yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want you to tell one thing you know about Toastmaster Mutturaj sir. Any one thing.
Toastmaster Mutturaj sir is, yeah, he's a very smiling person.
Okay. And now, do you know anything about my life?
No,
Is there anything you can tell about my life?
I don't know, ma'am. Sorry.
Okay. You can see she doesn't know anything about my life because there is a huge block of ice that is present between us. Right? So now I want you all to just listen to me. Toastmaster Mutturaj will start. Let me share my screen. You have disabled me, sir. I cannot share my screen.
Okay, 1 second. Bonus co-host. Now, can you try?
Okay. You can see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
1 second. Okay. The world's most sensible person and the biggest idiot both stay within us. But the toughest part is you don't know who's who. Chetan Bhagat. Good afternoon, everyone. So here's the first part of my life, that is precious childhood. On 9 November 1999, I was born alongside my twin sister Priya in a beautiful city called Belgaum, the place which has all my hearts. Yes, I have a non-identical twin sister, and we might very well be the perfect example of opposites. From likes to dislikes to looks and behavior, you name it. But every time we reveal this to any person, we get at least 5 minutes of surprise stare, followed by all sorts of weird questions. To tell the truth, I'm bored of answering it. Next, my dad. He's a professor with a great passion in stock market, and my mom is an amazing homemaker and a fitness enthusiast. From guiding me in every part of my life to allowing me to take my own decisions, they have been the coolest. I'm not able to. I will just start without slideshow. I'll present my speech. Is it fine?
Cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Continue.
The next part of my life is old school days. From being a good artist to trying my hands on guitar, winning almost all the chess competitions to singing my heart out, it has been a phenomenal journey. But one thing that I'm extremely proud of is scoring 95 marks in my Kannada exam. Yes, as my mother tongue is Marathi, I cannot speak Kannada well. Hence, not just passing but excelling in it is definitely an achievement. The third part of my life is once in a lifetime. So after completing my 10th grade, it was once in a lifetime opportunity for me to make the so-called big decision of my life, that is science or commerce. As I had pretty good knowledge about stock market in my school days, I was sure of taking up commerce and becoming a great CA. But just when Priya went to take her admission for science, I flipped out of nowhere and chose science. That's how I've always been a very carefree person since childhood, which is definitely not a good thing. I know, but it has given me some unforgettable memories. Flashback to 12th grade. 12th board exams are one of the most important exam in one's life and everyone is extra cautious. I remember I had my physics lab exam. I woke up early that day. Yes, I repeat, I woke up early and went to exam with 100% preparation. Then, as soon as my exam began, teacher started calling out the roll numbers and he stopped just one roll number before mine. I was shocked. I did not know what was happening. I went blank. Then, to my surprise, I got to know that I had my chemistry exam that day, and me being this ignorant kid all my life had forgotten to check the timetable. Yes, life has taught me many things, and one such important thing is definitely checking my timetable 100 times before I go to my exams now. The next part of my life is JEE and joining college. So, then in life comes the next most important exam, that is JEE. I felt terrible in my JEE exam and hence had to join that college where my fellow mates definitely share the same story. That is dreaming of IIT and joining BVB. But life goes on and is full of surprises. Who knew that I would make such amazing friends in this college and end up not going back home for months together? Then the last part of my life is amazing future ahead. My life has been great till date, and I definitely do not know what is going to happen tomorrow. But one thing I know for sure that there's a beautiful journey lying ahead, and I learn to take all the decisions on my own. So these 5 points are the most important part of my life. These 5 points are nothing without me, and I am nothing without these 5 points. They literally define me from precious childhood to amazing future ahead. That is Puja. So, this is me, Pooja Mazli, living life with zero regrets and with only one hope that Chetan Bhagat never writes a book called 100 Points Upon someday. Thank you. So now, Master Neeti, if I ask you, can you tell anything about my life? I'm sure you have a lot to tell about my life, right? Yes. So what did I just do? I broke a block of ice that is present between us. So what is icebreaker speech? It is nothing but talking about yourself, your life, or in general, describing your life in a beautiful manner. So, through this icebreaker speech, you tell others about your family, your friends, you talk about yourself, you talk about your interest, you talk about your hobbies, what are your future goals, how, in general, how are you as a person? You put forth yourself in front of others through this icebreaker speech. So now here, I will be sharing some few points on how to structure or deliver your icebreaker speech. So you can make note of this if you wish to. The first point is start of the speech. Toastmaster Samir has everything to tell about this, how to start your speech. So I would like to tell some of those points itself. Imagine if I started my speech by saying, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Pooja, and I'm here to deliver my icebreaker speech. I was born and brought up in Belgaum, and these are my futures, etc. Would you even care to listen to what am I talking? No, right? So the most important thing is the start of your speech. You need to start your speech either by a quote, or you can ask a question or a dialogue. It is very important to grab the attention of the audience in the beginning of your speech itself. so that they will be interested to listen to your speech during entire time. For example, if I start by asking how many of you are Shah Rukh Khan fans here, whoever is Shah Rukh Khan fan will be automatically interested to know what am I going to talk in my speech, right? So the most important thing is start of your speech. Just grab your attention in the first itself. So the second thing is to greet the audience. As we are taught from childhood, we need to greet the audience. Just say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is. And the next thing is structure of your speech. So let me tell you here, there is no a specific format or a specific pattern in how you can structure your speech. But I will tell you two methods in which you can structure your speech. The first one is talking about your childhood, then your present, and then your future. So when you do this, that is, first talk about your childhood part, then talk about your present life, and then about your future, it becomes very easy for the audience to understand your life or imagine your life in their head, because you're starting from the beginning to end. So it becomes easy to imagine what you're going through your life or imagine your life in their head. So, for example, in the first part of your speech, you can talk about your life, your family, your parents. How were you as a child? What was your experience when you went to the school for the first day? So you can share some beautiful memories about your childhood, or just talk about your younger self in the first part. And then in the middle part, you can talk about your hobbies, your interest, what do you do when you're bored? Or you can talk about why you joined this club, what made you join this club. You can talk about all those in the middle part. And in the last part, you can talk about your future goals, aspirations, whom do you look up to, what do you want to become in your life, or just what are your future goals in general. You can structure a speech in this manner, from childhood to your present to your future goals. So this is one method in how you can structure your speech. The second method is to choose 2 or 3 most important incidents or memories of your life. Just select 2 or 3 most unforgettable memories of your life and make a note of it. And that itself, if you present in a beautiful manner, it can become an amazing icebreaker speech. So let me tell you once again that there is no specific format or pattern in how you can structure your speech. You can just think any idea, just think out of a box and structure your icebreaker speech, and it becomes amazing. But most important thing is you need to put yourself out there. You need to explain about yourself completely in just those 5 minutes. It is a difficult task because you need to put 12 to 16 years of your life in just 5 minutes, which is really a great task. But trust me, it's very interesting one. And this is about structuring your speech. So if you want me to repeat once again, first thing is the great start. You need to start with the great start. Sorry, you need to start the speech with a high note, that is with a question, quote, or dialogue. Then you need to greet the audience, and next one is the structure of the speech, that is from childhood to present to future is one method, and the other one is just talk 2 to 3 incidents about your life, most unforgettable memories. Then last one is some final tips. So how many of you love yourself here? Everyone, right? So when you are told to talk about something you love, then I think this is going to be a very easy peasy task for you all, because you'll be talking about something that you love the most. And the next thing is, how are you going to start? Like, from where will you start your speech? So there is one tip which I had followed. Just take a piece of paper and write down all the points you wish to tell the audience. For example, you can first make a note. First point, I'm going to talk about myself, then my family, then how I fell from a bicycle from first grade, or the first day of my school life, or you can talk about your future goals. Just make a point you wish to tell to the audience. Then once you make that point, you know what you're going to talk about, right? So after that, take a piece of paper and start writing your speech. So once you start writing your speech, you an idea on how to structure it. Just think of an amazing structure and start scripting your speech. And then once you're done with your scripting, put a timer and read your script once so that you understand if you're going out of time. So in case if you exceed the time limit, what you can do is remove that part of your speech which is least important. And then once your script is completely finalized, stand in front of the mirror and read your script. Practice it as many times as possible. You can take help of your mentors. I think your president is amazing at delivering speeches. You can take help of his as well. So just practice your speech for some weeks, and after that, you're good to go. Just have confidence and deliver your icebreaker speech. So, how many of you are excited here to start scripting your speech and deliver? Yes. I wish you all the best, and it is going to be an amazing journey. The first speech of yours is an icebreaker speech, and you will really enjoy it. Thank you. If anyone has any questions, you all can ask, I think.
Yes, you may need to ask your questions, because from next week, 2 members are going to deliver. Next week, 2 members are going to deliver your icebreaker speech. Okay, so you may ask questions. Any questions you have, you can ask about icebreaker speech.
Toastmaster Pooja, I have one question.
Yes.
The one question I think everyone wants to ask, but they don't know that they need this answer. When a speaker steps the first time on a stage, be it a live stage or a virtual stage, there is obviously some nervousness inside the speaker. So you, as a person who has recently given the icebreaker, what was your experience when you first stepped on the stage? And in case there was any nervousness, how did you overcome it?
Yes. When you step on the stage for the first time, you're filled with nervousness. Trust me, not just first time, whenever I talk, anytime I have this nervousness. So it's very common to have, everyone has stage fear. It's very general. The only thing you need to remember is practice. So how much you practice is going to help you. So practice till you become perfect. And then once you know, what you need to do is get involved into the speech. Just start feeling your speech. So understand this is a moment that you just imagine that moment in your head. So you automatically get excited and you're filled with that energy. So I don't think you will face that nervousness later. Once you start your speech with the flow, you'll continue it. And I think you're extremely talented. You'll speak so great in table topics. So speech is a very easy task for you all.
Good. Samir, are you there? Samir?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's all? Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you for having me, DTM Mutturaj.
For giving us a lot of knowledge about the icebreaker speech. I wish all the speeches remain like this kind of educational speeches. My dear Toastmaster Pooja Mazli, in our Toastmasters Club journey, I have seen people specifying for specific speeches. When we had a traditional path, that is CC and CL, competent communicator and competent leader, there were 10 speeches, only 10 speeches. It was like we used to feel first standard, second standard, third standard, fourth standard, something like that. So I was known for my fifth speech. Fifth speech was the title Your Body Speaks.
Okay.
Your Body Speaks was the fifth speech. So I can say I ranked in fifth standard. So that was about body language. I was famous for my body language at that time. Okay, so now in this pathways, it has become mixed, means CC and CL together. Okay, so that's the reason we are going to have around 21 to 22 speeches in one path. So there 10 plus 10, it was like 10 plus 10. So that was really amazing. We enjoyed a lot. Anyone who completes one full path and still wants to learn more, I can suggest those CC and CL. And I have made my mind to start those CC and CL for my more learning, because 10 items you want to need to master, and those 10 items were there. And that also starts from icebreaker itself. So I want you to make yourself so great in those 10 things, and people should invite you for different clubs to get the educational session from you. Today is the first day. Host the flag and start your great educational session journey. May your future be like our Belgaum flag. Yeah, thank you very much for,
Thank you, Mutturaj sir.
yeah, thank you. So your timing, I'm going to give you 4 minutes 46 seconds you took for your icebreaker, and altogether 13 minutes 12 minutes 33 seconds altogether. Okay, good. Thank you very much. Now this is the time to announce the awards. Okay, so I'll share the screen, and I want our keynote speaker to
Yes.
announce the winners. Just read out. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. There's a screen. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
One second. Okay, I'll. Wait. I have my master speaker standing beside me and snatching my tripod. He's saying he wants the tripod.
He's not a master speaker, he's a chota DTM now.
Okay. All right, 1 second. So something is wrong here. All right. Officially, I'll just close this video recording first. Okay. Officially, I'll close the video recording first, then announce.